Hey there, my dear, lovely, outgoing, bright, joyful, and fun Sagittarius. This is your horoscope for March 2024. Now, let me tell you amazing news. In March, we have a lunar eclipse in the most expensive house possible. So get ready for your dream to come true and for your dream to, manifest it. And March will begin in amazing ways, and all planets, they're like people. They're telling some stories, and they are telling amazing story about your March life, my dear Sagittarius. And let me tell you all about it. But of course, there will be some hiccups in the month. Just two planets will be in a disagreement. There will be some sort of fighting with each other, arguing with each other. But don't worry about that. I will tell you about it too and how to navigate it. And I'm more than sure you even won't notice it because you are so much in love with life sign that it won't even matter that two other planets will be fighting. But all other planets will be working hard to make your March an amazing month. Now, let's begin with your forecast. But so, don't forget to check your rising sign and moon sign too. Did you know the fact that horoscopes in general, they are written for rising signs, meaning your ascendant. So go check out your natal chart, draw it up on Google. Any resources, they are free, they are available, and they are a lot. So you can go on any and put up your birth time, birth date, and time, place of birth. And these three, especially time of birth, is the most important. And you will get your natal chart and check what is your ascendant. What is your rising sign, my dear Sagittarius? But in here, I will be, of course, telling the forecast, including to all of the Sagittarius, moon Sagittarius, sun Sagittarius, and rising Sagittarius, because these three signs are all important. Whatever sign is that, so go check all three of them, my forecast, because then they will get a complete picture of the month, because all of them will be bringing some news and events into your life. That's why you are all different, my dear Sagittarius. Even though you are Sag suns, risings, and moons, but you have different other two signs. So go check all of them. Now, let's begin with March horoscope. On 5th of March, we will have exact handshake aspect of the North Node, aka Destiny Node. With Chiron in your 5th house. Let me decrypt it for you. Now, North Node is in astrology called in a different way dragon head. And I love talking about dragons this year because last month Chinese New Year passed, and according to Eastern calendar, it's a dragon year. Now, dragon is very powerful mythical creature, and North Node, they call it in astrology dragon head. And there is another node, South Node. Now, these two nodes are lunar nodes, and they are mathematical points. You cannot see them on the sky. They are calculated automatically in your natal chart. If you like to see it, you can check it out as well in your natal chart. And that you will see which signs are they placed in. They are always opposite to each other. They're located always against each other. And North Node is dragon head, South Node is dragon tail. And now this line between these two and the whole dragon body is called destiny line in astrology. That is where you will be looking up where you should be heading in your life, what is your story, goal, and where you are going in your life in general. And North Node is showing what we should be achieving and in this lifetime, because I believe in reincarnations. So North Node shows what you should be achieving, where are you headed to. And South Node is our past life. That's why when you look at the sign where your South Node is, you can actually check who you've been in your past life. Well, if you don't know the interpretation of the sign, just PM me or leave a comment and I will interpret it for you. So South Node is our past, and it is indicator of what we should be releasing in this lifetime and what is actually so familiar to us, what comes very easy to us, like it is as if it is like our part of us, like ourselves, character. But that character we should be not sticking too much to it and releasing it, leaving behind, so that we accumulate the North Node sign character. That's where we should be heading to, my dear Sagittarius. Now, this dragon head will handshake with Chiron. Chiron is much of like you guys. It is but this is an asteroid, and in Greek mythology, it was believed to be half human, half horse. So, like you, right, Sagittarius? And it is believed to be a teacher and great healer. So you are drawn to education. To your sign is all about expansion, about travel, about education, hunger for new information, and diversity. And it seems like so similar to your sign, my dear Sagittarius. Chiron is another mythical creature like that, half human, half horse. And as I said, it's a teacher who also happens to be a great healer, according to mythology. And now Chiron, you can look it up in the sky. North Node will handshake with Chiron exactly on 5th March in your house of joy, in your house of children, if you have them, or if you don't, then expect that. And if in the house of your business, if you are business owners, listen up. This aspect was at play already since February, and it will continue up until end of April, 3 months, February, March, and April. We all will be feeling this aspect, because in February they came close to each other, but not shaking hands yet. But still, we can feel they are influenced. And 5th of March, they will stand at the same point, meaning meeting at the same degree of your 5th house. Now, let me give you a few situations. Like in all other my horoscopes, I hope you get it, that only 1 or 2 situations might come up into your life, but not all of them, because we are all on a different life path, and it depends where we are right now in our lives, right? So please let me know if some things resonate with your life. It's always interesting for me. I really appreciate it. Leave in the comments. Okay, let's go. 5th house is the house of true love. Now, those Sagittarius, my dear Sagittarius, someone special gonna meet you, or you're gonna meet someone special, and that someone special might be might be actually teaching you how to love, how to truly love, how to fall in love, and what is love in essence. Or by profession, that someone special will be a teacher, or actually a doctor, like surgeon or doctor who heals, or some sort of healing, who does healing practices like spiritual healing. Or actually, if you are not single, and if you like, let's say you were in some sort of disagreement or fight with your loved one, then this will be the time to get back to that person. And if you argued, my dear Sagittarius, with your love, now will be the time to heal that wound, and you might get back together. That's great news, right? Sun Sagittarius, because 5th house is the house of children. Now, if you have children, your children might get well, if they were not feeling well, and physically and spiritually. Amazing time. This Chiron will bring healing to your kids. Those one of you who does not have any children, you might become a teacher or nanny, especially teacher in a high school, like where there's a lot of children, like kindergarten, like nannies, or primary schools, all those places where you have to teach kids. Or actually, you might become a healer to kids and might bring a healing to some children. Or you might, let's say, start teaching a college, teaching them something. This actually really fits, this profession very well, because you are so well spoken, and you have this, you have that something that actually brings amazing teaching skill. Okay, Sun Sagittarius, well, if this is not about love, this is not about children in your life, you are totally free, and you of course value your freedom, my dear Sagittarius, I get it. And those of you who are like free and enjoying their freedom, 5th house is also business house, and if you are business owners, then listen up. Might be about your, you might start a business, some business around kids, like maybe selling children's clothes, or some stuff for children, let's say. Or your business might get revived if it was, let's say, at the brink of closure. And especially if there was, if something wasn't going well there, it will get better now. Maybe like some reputation clearing, or more interest from clients, you will get, and some investments as well from new clients. Now, those of you who are in a creative industry like entertainment, uh, those will be the most luckiest because if you're like a singer, dancer, all these creativity industry, like photographers, um, those who act, actors, and artists, you then maybe your performance, a song or a picture of a photo might impact many people in a way that it will bring them some sort of healing, compassion, love to themselves, and love to life. It might bring these kind of feelings to many people, and understanding and joy of life. Or it may be, maybe it will be about something like peace to many people, like let's say for those who are in conflict zones around the world, or actually teaching about love, about children, about kids, and about your business or having a business. You might be some sort of in this kind of pursuit. Also, fifth house is about hobbies. Your hobby might bring you to your, let's say, it might bring you your inner child. Your hobby, doing your hobby might transport you to your childhood. It's like, spiritually, where you hadn't had any worries. It was around surrounding you, just the joy of life, and it might bring you inner peace, rediscovering yourself. Also, could be, this hobby you will discover for yourself might bring also inner healing, like childhood traumas. Um, it feels like rediscovering your inner child, or how to have fun, be in love with life, and be in love with yourself. Fifth house is also a house of gambling. Here, just be careful. And in general, you might just stop, gambling, because you might understand because that it won't bring you any joy anymore. Something like this. Chiron is associated with number 2 in general because of his two incompatible parts, half human, half horse, as I said. And the topics that I've mentioned just now for you, just incorporate into those topics. Number 2, it might be 2 businesses, or maybe your second business will get a boost if it was a dying some sort of before, or it might be 2 songs that you gonna record will bring people healing, or 2 articles or 2 pictures that will win the prize by bringing peace to people, something. Or it might be about 2 kids that you're gonna teach, and it will kind of affect you in a profound way. Okay, let's move with the Mercury. Where is your mind gonna be in March, dear Sagittarius? Mercury, planet of communication, planet of signing contracts, and planet of all sorts of news. It's a little postman of the universe that delivers letters, like real postman in our life. On 10th of March, right before a few hours of the new moon, because 10th of March we have new moon. Now this Mercury, it will slip into your 5th house, house of joy, house of children, and your business. And here it will bring all sorts of agreements, contracts, papers maybe to sign related to your business, or children's documents if you have them. Like it could be their kindergarten or education or university, colleges, anything related with your children. Or it could be, let's say, chats with your new crush, because 5th house is the house of true love. If you have a crush on someone, then you might get quite busy with this Mercury in your 5th house, bringing love chats to you. And dating person, if you have also start dated someone, then this will be a chatty moment of the month, chattiest moment, let's say. And if you have agreements to sign, contracts to sign, and papers to revise, do it this month, preferably before 20th of March, because Mercury will start retrograding next month in April 1st, and allow it 10 days before it starts retrograding, because that's a shadow period, and it will shadow period is also a very active one. It might bring all sorts of confusion to the papers, or re-signing them, because Mercury retrograde, it's moving backwards, meaning delaying things. But I will tell you all about it next month, so stay tuned. Also, Mercury in your 5th house could also bring speaking performances, especially for those who are in the creative areas, like for singers, journalists, those of you who are public speakers, or I don't know, all types of like artists, actors. It might bring some sort of public speaking opportunities. And by the way, I forgot to tell you that on 5th of March, this Destiny node and the Chiron, the healer, their meetup is very, very rare. Last time it happened in 2008, but in a different sign. Chiron, this asteroid, takes 50 years to make full circle of the zodiac, meaning, like, roughly speaking, it takes 4 years in each sign, and their meetup very rare. That's why I'm mentioning it, and we will be feeling it. Okay, so that you know, for those who are interested. Let's talk about our new moon of the month, 10th of March, new moon in your house of family. And that new moon, my dear Sagittariuses, will receive an opportunity beam from Uranus, planet of surprises. That's an amazing, sweet new moon in your family house. And Uranus is situated in your house of work and house of health. New moons, they are all about new beginnings. Something new, some new stories are unfolding in your life, my dear Sagittarius, and happening in your house of family. It might be that your sibling, if you have sisters or brothers, or a sister or brother, then it might be that they will start a new job, or you will get an offer for a new job, and because your sibling, like your sister or brother, referred you to like new open positions in their companies, or even like in some outside companies, not theirs. Also could be that your sibling or even mother might bring news of pregnancy at this new moon, my dear Sagittarius, so stay tuned. Or actually, you might give birth to at this new moon. Congratulations, those of you who become mother. That's an amazing experience. Now, since the number of family members will be changing, most likely growing at this new moon, because new moon is something new, and happening in your family house, there's like family composition changes. So it might be growing. It might be, let's say, your sister is getting married, and that's why you have plus one more family member, or your brother is getting married, or giving birth, or you giving birth. It's some sort of growth in the family numbers, or you might receive job offer which is in your home place, because it's about home, and some of you guys will receive a job offer which is actually at your back at home, let's say home country, home city, some home place, hometown, and because you are quite good travelers, right? And you rule travels, my dear Sages. It also, highly possible that job might will actually need you to relocate back to your home. Or another case might be about, let's say, those who have family businesses. You might start working there, like if let's say your parents have a shop, or they have some sort of business, then you will start working there. Maybe you just graduated and you got to start from something, right? And it might be this case that you will go back and start working for them. Or it could be that another fourth house topic is actually immigration and visa papers, all sorts of travel documents, and they will get ready at this new moon. And you will have this chance actually to relocate your whole family. But it seems you were wanting to do that, and that's another responsibility on your shoulder, actually, my dear Sagittarius, because 6th house, that Uranus is sending a surprise, it's a house of responsibility. So you will have this surprise responsibility. Might be that your family will be coming visit you, and that will be quite a responsible period for you. 4th house is also about real estate. Now, those of you who are busy with real estate, buying houses, selling houses, or like you're living apartments, it might be about that you will be presented a sudden chance to buy a house or an apartment, some sort of living location, or maybe land, or if it's not a buy, or to rent that apartment or house. And that surprise will be coming from most probably your colleague at work. Someone that you work with might be, giving you this sudden chance to rent apartment. Okay, if you say all these topics are not about me, then some of you, it might be about pets. Also could be that you will be bringing home a pet, and that will be quite surprising for your family, because Uranus is the planet of surprises, and it might be that you won't expect it from yourself too. Now, there is one hiccup with this new moon, but and also with in general with March month. These two planets that will be in disagreement that I mentioned before are Uranus and Mars. Uranus is the planet of surprises, and Mars, is the planet of action, is the planet of motivation, is our inside engine drive, and also it's a planet of war. And Uranus will not be talking to Mars. To speak simple, they will be arguing whole first half of March up until 18th of March. So, their argument might also negatively color some things going on in your life for the first half of March. But don't worry, all other planets are in an amazing chat with each other. So it should not be at all noticeable for you, my dear Sagittarius. But let me tell you that Mars will be transiting whole month your house, exactly that house where last month in February there was a new moon. And that new moon was not a pleasant one because all of us got sudden, unexpected, and unpleasant news. Because Uranus, again, planet of surprises, was against that new moon that happened on 9th of February. And around that day, we all got negative news. And Mars will be transiting whole first half of March, that house where this new moon appeared. Go check back my February forecast for you so that you will understand what topics might come up again. But Mars will come exactly to that point of the new moon and might activate it, because Mars, whatever it touches in the chart, it activates it and pretty much materialize it into the reality. And those of you who didn't get news at that new moon in February might get news now around 9th of March, because Mars will be exactly at that point on the 9th of March. March will bring that news of that new moon. But I would like to tell you how new moons and full moons, any new moons and any full moons, they act. They usually, you don't get news right on the day they appear. Only some of us get news, like some percentage of whole people will get news of the new moon or any full moon that appear every month. We get on exact the day it appears, but all others, like most of us, usually get new moon news and full moon news. They deliver the stories, they deliver the news in the time frame of 10 days. 5 days before it appears, 5 days after it appears. In this case, we will have a new moon on 10th of March, meaning you will start getting news. Some of us will start getting news of this new moon already beginning of March, starting from 5th of March until 10th of March, and also after this new moon, 5 days after, so until 15th of March. These 10 days from 5th of March until 15th of March is the days when new moon will be bringing news one by one to each of us, depending where we are in our lives, right? Okay, coming back to this argument between Uranus and Mars, in general, I would like to pinpoint some things for you here. It won't be good timing to sign contracts work-wise, in general. But as I said, Mercury will retrograde in April. So anyhow, if I were you, I would sign it now. Or it might be that those of you who have siblings or even relatives, like not even siblings, relatives or neighbors, their health will be some sort of concern first half of March. But anyhow, whatever news will be, Jupiter, your ruler, Jupiter is the planet of luck. You are so lucky, my dear Sagittarius, to have Jupiter as your ruler. It's the planet of luck, expansion, and happiness will have you protected. It will protect you as it will be orbiting very close to Uranus. It will be very close to that planet of surprise, and you will love that surprise of this new moon, 10th of March. Now, do let me know in the comments what will be the news, or what was the news of February 9th, new moon at that time. And Mars coming to this point will activate that once again. And let me know what was the news, and let me know what is the news of this new moon, 10th of March. Now, let's talk about love. Venus, planet of love, beauty, and money, on 11th of March will come to your family house, my dear Sagittarius, bringing much needed love in the family, or actually baby love. It's also money. Venus is also money planet. So you might be buying some things like to your home, maybe decorating your house, making it more comfortable, more, beautiful, aesthetic. And Venus is exalted in this sign that is coming on 11th of March. Exalted means, each planet has its own sign of exaltation. meaning they are at the best, not even at home, but showing their best qualities, bringing their best news, features, and shining as bright as possible. And they are very powerful in their signs of exaltation. And Venus's exaltation sign happens to be your fourth house. How lucky you are, my Sagittarius. And your fourth house, family house, will be lighted up with love and money. You can make any place your home, my dear Sagittarius. Whole world is actually your home. You are so expansive. I have few friends of Sagittarius and I love them all. Another thing with Venus in your family house might be your friends. You know, actually, it might be that friends will be giving you this feeling at home, feeling like home. If you are even traveling, and I'm more than sure that you're traveling and somewhere in foreign countries, then your friends, those who surround you, those who are dear to your heart, will be giving you this feeling of home around 11th of March. Maybe you will be hosting a friend's party, like at home. Amazing. Okay, let's move to the giver of life, to the light of our universe, Sun. On 20th of March, will move into your house of love, true love, and house of joy, house of children, and business ownership, bringing this mood of fun and enjoyment, like wanna party mood, flirty mood to you. And those who have children might feel satisfaction and joy with them, by them. And children might bring that love of life, kind of feeling, in love with life and with yourself feeling. Brings your attention to your business as well, those who have their businesses, own businesses. And 20th of March happens to be spring equinox, meaning day and night will be the same length. So we will get exact similar dose of daylight and nightlight. And after that, the day will start getting longer. And finally, summer is coming. I love that. Okay, let's talk about our motivation. Where is it in March? In March for you, my dear Sagittarius. Mars, planet of motivation, that engine, that drive that sits in us, that pushes us to do things, to make things happen. On 23rd of March, will move into your family house, bringing action to your family life, more action. You might be dealing a lot with actual children errands. If you have children, if you're already fathers and mothers, then it might be quite a lot of about children. Like maybe you recently gave birth and you have now quite a lot of things with a newborn baby going on, some errands, some papers to sign, or those who have like children in general, like kindergarten papers, school papers, anything related to children, like errands, running time. Quality time with them as well will be highlighted for you. You might be wanting to spend with them some quality time. You'll be motivated to spend with them some time. Those of you, if there is no children surrounding you and you haven't given birth in March, then it will be about real estate and home, because Mars coming to your fourth house. It might be concerning your house or apartment, like you might be moving somewhere or buying new furniture or actually relocating to some other country, and most probably to your home country, like traveling back maybe to see your parents. Might get busy around 23rd of March. Also, it might be about your family. It might be they are traveling somewhere. Also, they are relocating to some other countries. Also, fourth house is mom's house, such a saying. I mean, it's a house of everything related to mother, and it could be your mom's health. Make some concerns and make sure she's doing great, and if needed, make her go to check up her health and do those compulsory annual medical checkups around this time. Also could be the day of some sort of traditional ceremony, because fourth house is house of traditions. Maybe you will be holding a traditional ceremony like circumcisions, or I'm not sure how to say that, how to call that tradition of this cutting hair according to Judaism for boys. I think I've seen it somewhere. I'm sorry if I'm saying something's wrong, but yeah, I know that it's a tradition, some sort, like religious thing, to some sort of like beliefs. Because of some traditions, because of some beliefs, you might be having a ceremony around this date, and at this date, better to say this way, 23rd of March. Now, let's move to the main part, lunar eclipse. We have first eclipse of this year, 2024, dragon year, and first eclipse, lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse on 25th of March, and that's how our month ends in your house of expansion, in your house of future, your hopes, your dreams. And also it happens to be the house of friendships. And let me tell you, if new moons and full moons, they unfold their stories within 10 days, they appear. Eclipses, full moon eclipse or new moon eclipses, they tell their stories within 6 months. So it might be that already 3 months before some situation was already going on, and here it will be a climax. Full moon lunar eclipse 25th of March will bring final news, and after this 25th of March, 3 months after, within those 3 months, also this full moon lunar eclipse will be unfolding a story of it for you. And eclipses, they act as an elevators of the universe. They are like, look here, look at here, look at here, this is the situation you've been ignoring, you've been closing your eyes, you haven't been honest with yourself with what you see, but reality is this. It acts like this, it wakes us up pretty in a, a harsh, sober way, and they actually lift us to our destiny and where we should be right now, right at this moment. Otherwise, we would be getting to that point in 10 years probably with our human mind. Now, I will make a separate video about eclipses because I would like to tell you more about it, and those who are interested, you might get more details and knowledge around this topic, because lunar eclipses also happen because of the lunar nodes that I said, that destiny line, and it happens to be in your 11th house, my dear Sagittarius. I will tell more about it in my next video around this date on the eclipses, so stay tuned. Now let's talk about this eclipse. It will be amazingly supported by Pluto, planet of transformation, such a karmic planet, from your house of communications. And in general, eclipses will keep coming actually in your house of future, shaping your future and wishes, dreams, hopes, and your friendship circle up until January 29, 2025. That's how long, lunar nodes will stay in your house of future. Now, I will tell you again a few topics that might come up to you, but 1 or 2 will come up, but not all. It depends again about our situation in life. Now, let's dive in. It might be that your wish is coming to reality. Something related to your family or home, like apartment, like a house where you live. Most probably also involve a contract to sign, and that will be for a long, long run. Let's say 20 years, plus or minus. If that wish involves a contract on apartment, for example, buying a house or buying an apartment, it might come true around this full moon, my dear Sagittarius. Or you might finally receive the keys to your new apartment. Or there might be some sort of wish or a thing, like let's say a thought. Like you will decide for yourself in your mind that you will close the chapter of the past, and you might have the courage actually to start something new, some new life, your new life chapter, and dare to dream big, even bigger, my dear Sagittarius. You are such a dreamers, and you should stay on that wavelength, and this full moon lunar eclipse will put your dream into their elevator and lift it as high as possible, and you will be in awe that your dream came true. I'm so happy for you, my Sagittarius. For those Sag that this news resonates, please do let me know if this is true for you. Amazing. Some Sagittarius, they will be dealing with friendship circles. Let's talk about them a little bit. You might be closing some sort of friendship or like a community circle and beginning a new one. It's always in order to begin something new, you need to release, right, some things from your life that doesn't work anymore. And it might be because it's not like, how to say, that you argue with them. It might be just because, for example, you're moving somewhere, like to another country, to another location, or your friends are moving somewhere else. And that's why some sort of this chapter with your particular friendship circle will be closing, because full moons, they also bring closure. Full moons, they are like a big, big bulb of light, like a projector, and they put your attention to some part of your life, Another thing that they bring closures. So here it might be you will be closing the friendship chapter with someone, or because of family matters. Maybe your family won't like your friends anymore, and they've been telling you this since the beginning, and now will be the time that you listen to your family. Um, you know, this eclipse will be like the point of, before and after some sort of life, kind of chapters, two parts. And then even you will know actually what to say and to whom, like say subconsciously. If you will have this situation, saying goodbye to a friend, you will have the right words to do so, my dear Sages. You will be in tune with your subconscious mind, with your intuition. That is perfect. Now, some Sagittariuses, you will be quite busy socially. 11th house, our social house. It's a house of internet, social media house, and house of popularity. Your words will have such an impact on a society, on the big groups of people. Your thoughts and messages will make everybody actually listen. And you might get popular, my dear Sagittarius. This is your eclipse. Use it. Those who wish to do so. You might get actually a lot of followers, and that popularity will last. With Pluto, supporting this eclipse, and Pluto is the planet of big masses of people. It's the planet of, everything grandeur. And it's a planet of time, long, long times. Or it might be that you will give a speech, let's say, at college, like in a university, or any, let's say, other NGOs also, organizations for some cause. You might have a speech around this that will impact a lot of people. So be wise what you say, my dear Sagittarius. In general, this full moon lunar eclipse in the 11th house is also about harvesting results house, meaning what you seeded in the past will now give results, and Pluto will make sure of it, because Pluto is the planet of karma and also planet of transformation. So what you've done in the past now will come back to you. Okay, another topic might come up, that it might be that your brother or sister, if you have one, will give birth to a baby, like or you will become auntie or uncle. Some Sagittarius might be buying or selling a car around this full moon lunar eclipse. Actually, selling any transport, like maybe bicycle or scooter. Or if you don't have any transport to sell or buy and plans, then it might be that you will be getting your driving license around this full moon. Or simply finishing your courses, some short-term courses, especially like for learning some skills. You will get a certificate. Nowadays, like a lot of people learning how to use AI, maybe you will be doing that. Or how to code, these kind of like special skills is. And that certificate and skill that you will get might be concerning a different language, might be related to a different language. Maybe you're learning a language, maybe you're Sagittarius, and you will ace it now. And for the last, I would like to say that Venus and Saturn, I would like to talk about other planets that will be, crowded to support that eclipse. Now, Venus and Saturn in your house of family will make amazing chat with Uranus and Jupiter, your ruler, in your house of health and work. At the moment, your home life, should be feeling better around this time. I know it wasn't easy because Saturn gives lessons, and it wasn't easy recently. And work health matters will be also getting some prospects, positive ones, around this full moon. Now, this was your horoscope for March. I wish you the best March possible, and it seems like you have an amazing forecast, my dear Sagittarius. Do let me know what happens in March with you. Bye bye.